Climbing into a lifted truck bed just to drag gear toward the tailgate gets old fast. The Cargo Glide CG 1500 XL skips that entirely. Flip the latch, and the entire deck slides out, extending the full length of itself so everything in the bed comes to you. 36 sealed bearings, plus side thrust bearings, keep the slide smooth even on uneven ground, and it locks in place every foot for safety. The 3/4-inch plywood deck handles up to 1,500 pounds with a non-slip coating. Built in the USA with a 5-year warranty, it's a solid fix for trucks running lift kits or oversized tires priced around $1,000. Watching an older dog hesitate at the back of the car, legs shaking, trying to jump up, is something a lot of pet owners know too well. This ramp addresses that directly with a long, gradual incline, stretching 71 inches so dogs don't have to climb at a steep angle that stresses their hips or joints. The surface has a textured, carpet-like grip that cuts down on slipping, and at 20 inches wide, there's enough room for bigger breeds to walk up comfortably rather than balance on a narrow plank. Rated for pets up to 250 pounds, it's a solid option for aging or post-surgery dogs who still need reliable access to the car. It runs around $110. Glare isn't just a summer problem. It shows up year-round in different forms, whether that's blinding sun off wet pavement, glare off snow, or hazy visibility in fog. This visor extender is built to handle more than one of those scenarios thanks to its polarized PC lens, the same lens material used in higher-end eyewear, which is resistant to warping under heat. It swivels both 180 and 45 degrees, letting you adjust the angle depending on conditions rather than just flipping it down. Since it clips onto your factory visor rather than replacing it, installation stays simple. Drivers who deal with variable weather, snow glare in winter, or fog in low visibility conditions are the ones likely to get the most consistent use out of it. It's about $34 for the pair. Bouncing over rocky trails at speed usually means your music turns into distorted noise, especially with cheap speakers rattling in a roll cage. GoHawk built this soundbar to hold up under those conditions, using two 1-inch tweeters paired with two 4-inch full-range drivers, plus a passive radiator that reinforces bass without needing its own power. Rated at 300 watts peak, it stays clear even at highway speeds. Bluetooth 5.0 keeps the connection stable over bumps, where cheaper setups tend to cut out. It's a solid fit for UTV and ATV riders who actually care about sound quality on the trail, not just background noise. It's IP66 rated for weather resistance, and it runs around $110. If you've ever banged your shin trying to reach into a lifted truck bed, you know why Hitch steps exist. Bully's version slides into standard 1.25 or 2-inch receivers and gives you a dependable foothold instead of a guessing game. What stands out is the plug-and-play install, no drilling, no extra hardware fuss. The 16-gauge steel frame and high-impact rubber tread mean it won't buckle under regular use, even for heavier drivers. Weekend haulers and work truck owners will appreciate it most. For roughly $65, it's a small upgrade that quietly makes every trip to the truck bed easier. Towing heavy and pushing extra torque through a modified 70 series puts real stress on a factory clutch, and that stress usually shows up at the worst possible moment. Safari 4x4's RMAX clutch kit was developed specifically to handle that punishment. What sets it apart is the build quality. Precision machined plates, clean spline work, and a torque rating of 1,100 Newton-meters, roughly 250 Newton-meters beyond stock. Engineers designed it to stay within 10% of that rating throughout normal wear. It's assembled in Melbourne as a complete system, including the slave cylinder and thrust bearing, making it a fit for owners running heavy accessories or trailers regularly. Leaning deep into a truck bed to drag something within reach is how a lot of minor injuries happen. The Cargo Grabber gives you another option. It's a telescoping reach tool that extends from 2.5 to 6.3 feet, letting you hook and pull items toward the tailgate instead of climbing in. The lightweight alloy build is roughly 40% lighter than earlier versions, cutting the effort needed to move loads up to 200 pounds. A magnetic mount attaches directly to the truck bed, with an included metal plate for non-metal surfaces. It's a handy pickup for anyone tired of straining their back over cargo, priced around $43. Loading heavy equipment onto a trailer and pickup truck usually means fighting with ramps that flex, slip, or just aren't rated for the weight. Gen Y Hitch built these aluminum ramps to remove that risk. Each ramp handles 5,000 pounds on its own, 10,000 combined, while weighing only 60 pounds thanks to aluminum construction instead of steel. Serrated cross rungs keep traction solid, even in wet or muddy conditions, and the hybrid hook and plate ends adapt to deck heights from 15 to 36 inches. At 8 feet long and 15 inches wide, they suit trucks and utility trailers alike. Made in the USA, this pair runs around $850. Bike racks that flex and rattle on rough roads are more than annoying. They can actually damage your frame over time. This model addresses that with a 3-point locking setup instead of the usual 2-point clamp, which noticeably cuts down on side-to-side sway once you're moving. It's rated to hold 200 pounds using a steel aluminum frame, and the tire clamp mounting means there's no metal on frame pressure anywhere. A built-in ramp helps when you're loading a heavier e-bike solo, and the whole unit folds 90 degrees so your trunk still opens. Riders hauling multiple e-bikes regularly will likely notice the difference in stability most, especially on gravel or back roads. For a lot of truck owners, the hardest part of owning a pickup isn't driving it, it's actually getting into the bed without straining something. This stepladder addresses that head-on with a low-effort, stable climbing surface designed to ease pressure on knees and lower backs. It adjusts to fit tailgate heights up to 42 inches, so it works across a wide range of trucks from Ford, GMC, Dodge, and Chevy lineups. The anti-slip aluminum surface adds a layer of security that a makeshift step stool just can't match. It's particularly useful for older drivers or anyone managing mobility limitations who still needs regular truck bed access. Installation takes under half an hour with included hardware, and it runs about $50. Fumbling to check directions while driving is one of those small distractions that adds up to real risk, and this magnetic mount is built to eliminate that fumble entirely. Instead of clipping your phone into a cradle, you just tap it against a silicone surface backed by strong magnets, and it locks in place through bumps and turns. It rotates a full 360 degrees, so switching between portrait and landscape takes a second, and the arm adjusts without ever blocking your dashboard view. It works with phones up to 7 inches, even with thicker cases, using an included metal plate. For anyone who relies on GPS or hands-free calls daily, that instant mount and go setup saves a surprising amount of friction. It's priced around $25. Owning different trailers usually means owning a pile of mismatched hitch balls. The TYT adjustable tri-ball hitch solves that with one unit. It carries 3 ball sizes, 1 7/8 inches, 2 inches, and 2 5/16 inches, covering everything from small utility trailers up to loads rated near 10,000 pounds GTW. The 4.5-inch rise and drop adjustment lets you level the hitch to match different trailer heights instead of guessing. A built-in tow hook and D-ring shackle add recovery capability for off-road situations. 2 locking pins keep everything secure against theft and weather. It's a practical pickup for anyone juggling multiple trailers, priced at around $126. Wiring up high-draw accessories without proper circuit protection is a recipe for blown fuses or electrical fires under the hood, but the TrueMod's 12-volt fused relay kit integrates safety right into the connection. Its most useful feature is a built-in fuse socket that sits directly on the relay body, eliminating the need to splice separate inline fuse holders. Rated for up to 30 amps, with heavy-duty 14-gauge wires on the main contacts, it handles intense current demands effortlessly while operating on standard 12-volt systems. Custom car builders and off-roaders installing auxiliary lights or cooling fans will appreciate this streamlined setup, priced at about $20 for a 6-pack. Cleaning dust from car air vents and leather seat stitching is a nightmare when relying on standard microfiber towels. The A2C cordless air blower tackles this by blasting high-pressure air into the tightest interior crevices. Its upgraded 40mm motor and turbo mode push air speeds up to 65 meters per second, sweeping away hidden dust without scratching delicate dashboards. Powered by four 4,000 mAh batteries, it provides up to 70 minutes of runtime on a single charge. Auto detailers and car owners wanting a factory-clean cabin will love this versatile tool. It elevates your interior car care routine for around $20. Locating plumbing leaks or ductwork blockages hidden behind drywall usually means cutting exploratory holes and causing expensive wall damage. Teslong addresses this home inspection challenge by utilizing a 5-foot semi-rigid gooseneck cable that maintains its shape as you push it through tight wall cavities or HVAC runs. The ergonomic hand grip features a central joystick for smooth one-handed steering, letting you guide the probe effortlessly while capturing photos with a rear-mounted button. Backed by automatic exposure control and a macro focus range from 0.6 to 4 inches, home inspectors and HVAC technicians will find this inspection tool invaluable for roughly $104. Towing a trailer or RV means you can't exactly pull over every hour to check tire pressure by hand. And that blind spot is where flats sneak up on people. Marcalla's TPMS kit solves it with 4 sensors that transmit live pressure and temperature readings up to 32 feet away, covering everything from a towed camper to a separate tow vehicle. It reads up to 98 psi with 1 psi accuracy, updates every second while driving, and switches to a battery-saving mode when parked. IP67 waterproofing means weather isn't a concern. RV owners and long-haul towers get the most value here, about $38. Modern road trips demand serious power, but plugging too many gadgets into your vehicle can easily risk blown fuses or drained batteries. Yantu addresses this safety concern by equipping each of its 3 sockets with individual power switches, letting you cut off unused electronics instantly. A built-in digital LED display actively monitors your vehicle's battery voltage in real time, while internal smart IC chips protect connected devices from current spikes up to 15 amps. Truck drivers and commuters who leave equipment plugged in overnight will appreciate the added control, all packed into a compact frame priced right around $17. Upgrading your 3rd-gen Tacoma's factory infotainment screen can completely transform your daily commute when dealing with laggy OEM navigation. The Desaita Android 13 head unit solves this by combining modern processing power with an oversized, crystal-clear interface. Driven by a Snapdragon 665 octa-core processor, alongside 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of storage, it renders split-screen maps and streaming music instantaneously without stuttering. Meanwhile, the fully laminated 11.6-inch 2K display dramatically reduces glare under direct sunlight. It's ideal for truck owners wanting responsive, tablet-like speed while retaining factory steering controls and camera systems. It offers a massive modern refresh for around $688. If you've ever glanced down at your speedometer and felt like you took your eyes off the road a little too long, This Kuowei HUD car HUD offers a simpler approach. It uses GPS and BDS positioning to display your speed directly in your line of sight, with a 10 Hz refresh rate for responsive readings. The USB-powered design works with most vehicles that have a 5-volt USB port, while automatic brightness keeps the display readable day or night. At just 1.6 ounces, it's remarkably compact, and at around $16, it's an inexpensive way to add a more modern driving interface. Cars parked overnight on the street are a common target for break-ins, and by the time you notice damage the next morning, there's often no way to prove what happened. This dashcam tackles that with radar-based motion detection and a G-sensor that trigger recording the moment something touches or approaches the vehicle, then sends an instant alert to your phone. Flagged clips upload automatically to 30 days of free cloud storage, so footage survives even if the camera itself gets damaged or stolen. It's a sensible layer of protection for anyone parking in higher risk areas regularly. Priced around $97. Getting in and out of low-slung sedans or tall SUVs often becomes a painful struggle for seniors or anyone recovering from physical injuries. The Vive Car Handle Assist solves this mobility obstacle by creating an instantaneous, sturdy handhold right at your vehicle's doorway. Its primary innovation is a simple wedge tip that slides directly into standard U-shaped door latches across almost any car, truck, or SUV. Constructed from a high-strength composite material, it weighs under a pound, yet comfortably supports up to 300 pounds. Seniors, physical therapy patients, and caregivers looking for an easy, portable leverage tool will find great value here, priced at roughly $10. Most emergency equipment is designed for one specific problem, but the Luxon Rescue Tool takes a broader approach. In one compact stainless steel device, you get an escape hammer, seatbelt cutter, LED flashlight, SOS beacon, and a 120 dB siren for attracting attention. The built-in hand crank is especially useful when conventional power isn't available. While USB charging can provide emergency power for a phone, a magnetic base also turns the flashlight into a hands-free work light. For drivers, campers, and hikers, this 284-gram tool offers several useful functions without taking much space. It costs roughly $40. Getting hit with expensive auto body shop quotes for minor parking lot dings or hail damage can quickly ruin your month, but the Super PDR 169-piece dent puller kit lets you restore panels right in your garage. Its most versatile component is a 2-in-1 stainless steel slide hammer, featuring a spring buffer, which gives you controlled mechanical leverage to pull out deep creases without harming the factory finish. The bundle packs a fast-heating 100-watt glue gun, along with an adjustable metal lifter that handles dents ranging from 0.2 to 5.3 inches. It's a massive money saver for DIY mechanics and vehicle owners looking to maintain resale value, all for about $66. Driving through fog at night can be frustrating when bright white light simply reflects back toward the windshield. These Oxito Amber LED fog bulbs take a different approach, using a warm 3000K color that can provide better contrast in rain, snow, and haze. The CSP chip layout produces 360-degree illumination while maintaining a beam pattern modeled after the original halogen design. Waiting around on the side of the road with a sluggish air pump is an annoying hassle every driver dreads, but the Fantic X10 Pro Max eliminates those long delays. Its defining capability is the high-output motor system, capable of topping off a standard 17-inch SUV tire in roughly 36 seconds, delivering up to 150 psi of maximum pressure. This cordless unit draws power from an 11.1-volt battery setup capable of handling up to 10 tire refills on a single charge. SUV owners, off-road drivers, and commuters will appreciate this rapid air delivery. Available for around $85.
I don't think I can take this anymore. I might just break.
Jacking up a heavy vehicle to swap out a flat tire can easily waste an hour and leave you covered in grease and road grime. The Slime Pro Series repair kit speeds up emergency recovery by combining a high-output inflator and puncture sealant into a single automated step. The high-pressure 12-volt compressor drives sealant instantly through the valve stem, sealing tread punctures in under 6 minutes without removing the wheel. Built-in pressure management features include a dedicated deflate button alongside digital preset controls for complete accuracy. Busy professionals and road trippers looking to resolve flats without manual labor or messy tools will find this incredibly convenient. It saves your schedule from unexpected delays for about $74. A road trip can get messy surprisingly fast, especially when there's nowhere convenient to put snack wrappers and used tissues. The Ripez car trash bin creates a dedicated spot without permanently taking up much space. Its 6.3 by 6.3 by 9.5 inch design folds down for storage, while the waterproof interior helps protect against leaks. A soft lid helps keep waste contained, and the adjustable strap gives you flexibility to mount it in the front or rear of the vehicle. At roughly $10, dead zones can turn a simple road trip into a frustrating search for signal. The High Boost Car Signal Booster is designed to strengthen weak cellular connections for calls, texts, and mobile data while you're on the move. Its magnetic roof antenna captures available signal outside the vehicle, while the booster redistributes it inside. It supports both 4G LTE and 5G across major carriers, including AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. With dedicated inside and outside antennas and a rugged metal housing, it's especially useful for rural drivers, commuters, and anyone regularly traveling through weak signal areas. The price is around $540. Wiping large SUVs or trucks usually requires multiple passes and endless towel wringing just to handle high volumes of standing water. The WeatherTech Water Blade solves this hassle with an innovative T-shaped silicone profile that scoops water efficiently in both forward and backward strokes. Featuring an integrated rigid handle for enhanced leverage, it extends roughly 1.5 inches longer than other blades to cover more surface area per sweep. The ultra-soft silicone edge prevents paint contact while channeling heavy droplets off rooflines, windows, and windshields in seconds. Vehicle owners who prioritize rapid drying across broad panel surfaces will find this dual-action blade exceptionally effective. Available for approximately $28. Round emergency flares have been the default for decades, but that doesn't mean they're the most practical option anymore. Markala took a different approach, with a square, flat design that's easier to stack and store in a trunk or glove box. Each disc runs on replaceable batteries and produces enough LED output to catch a driver's attention well before they're close enough to swerve. The kit includes 3 units, a protective case, and backup batteries, so you're not scrambling mid-emergency. It's a practical upgrade for anyone whose current flare kit is a decade old and gathering dust. Runs about $36. Eating fast food or drinking coffee in your car often results in messy spills on your clothing and crumbs slipping into unreachable seat gaps. Yunzi solves this dining headache by pairing a tool-free, steering wheel-mounted tray with a protective console gap filler. The foldable table features a scratch-resistant carbon fiber-style surface that provides a level, sturdy platform for meals, beverages, or tablets. Rideshare drivers and long-distance road trippers looking for a cleaner mealtime solution will love this practical bundle, priced right around $34. Pulling up to a Tesla charging station only to realize your non-Tesla EV has a completely different plug is a frustration a lot of drivers have run into. This adapter from EV Dance bridges that gap, letting J1772 equipped vehicles think Ford F-150 Lightning, Rivian, Chevy Bolt, and others plug directly into Tesla destination chargers or mobile connectors. It handles up to 80 amps and 250 volts, which covers most level 1 and level 2 charging needs without bottlenecking speed. Compact enough to toss in a glove box, it's genuinely useful for drivers who regularly pass Tesla stations but don't own a Tesla. Priced around $38. Trying to balance a flashlight while working under a car hood is a frustration every mechanic knows too well, but the Arose magnetic work light solves that headache instantly. Its defining feature is a dual mounting system equipped with powerful end magnets and 360-degree rotating hooks that anchor securely to steel frame rails. Packing an impressive 3,000 lumens from 81 COB LEDs, this bar floods dark engine bays with shadow-free light. The built-in 5,200 mAh rechargeable battery runs for up to 7 hours on a single 4-hour USB-C charge. Auto technicians and DIY mechanics will love this hands-free setup, available now for around $36. Refueling heavy machinery out in open fields often means struggling with heavy gas cans, messy funnel overflows, and aching backs. The TerraPump TRFA03 XL eliminates that physical strain by turning standard fuel jugs into an automated refueling station. Its standout feature is a multi-threaded universal adapter cap that locks directly onto common gas cans without needing extra adapters. Operating at a steady 2.3 gallons per minute via 4 AA batteries, it delivers roughly 250 gallons of total transfer capacity on a single set. Farmers and tractor operators who regularly refuel machinery away from formal pumps will appreciate the back-saving automation. It makes bulk fuel transfers effortless for around $83. If you've ever fought with a rusted lug nut on a heavy truck, you know that brute force from a hand tool only gets you so far. This Vevor 1-inch air impact wrench takes a different approach. Using a pneumatic drive system capable of up to 3,160 foot-pounds of breakaway torque, its standout feature is the extended 8-inch anvil, giving mechanics extra reach around large wheels and confined spaces. Designed for professional garages, farms, and heavy equipment maintenance, it typically costs around $157, a serious tool at a relatively accessible price. Fumbling with complex mechanical vent clamps that rattle loose or block your air conditioning is an annoying habit of traditional car mounts, but the Lancaster silicone dashboard pad completely eliminates that frustration. Its standout feature is a high-tack, slip-free silicone base that grips flat surfaces firmly without relying on suction cups or rigid clips. Designed to accommodate smartphones and GPS devices between 6 and 12 millimeters thick, it holds your phone at an optimal horizontal viewing angle during sharp turns or sudden braking. Drivers seeking a stable, glance-friendly navigation setup without cluttering their windshield will love this simple solution, priced at around $12. Hit-and-run fender benders in public parking structures usually leave drivers without any visual proof of what happened before the actual collision. This advanced 2-channel dash camera solves that coverage gap by using buffered radar recording, saving a 20-second clip that captures 10 seconds before and after an impact is detected. Featuring a wide 156-degree field of view, an included CPL filter to reduce windshield glare, and simple OBD2 plug-and-play installation, it operates efficiently without complex wiring. It excels for rideshare hosts and fleet managers who require undeniable evidence of parking lot incidents. This top-tier model costs roughly $420. Thank you for watching today's TechNew video. If you find these technological inventions useful, remember to hit the like button and subscribe to see more shocking content. Share your thoughts about these inventions in the comments section below. See you next time.